New York. Chris Watson played 4 standout years of basketball at Niagara University, where he became one of the upstate New York school's all-time leading scorers. So when the 6'7" forward center went undrafted by an NBA team in 1997, he set out to play on a professional level internationally. He played 2 years in Uruguay, then his agent called and said, "You're going to Israel. Be the first to know, join our Facebook page." Function, D, S, ID, var JS, fjs equal D get elements tag name, S, 0, if, D get element bid, ID, return, JS equal D createlment, S, JS.id equal ID, JSSRC equal / connect facebook.net/n_us/all JS number xfbml equal 1 and app ID equal 1634148068997, FJS parent node insert before, JS, FJS, document, script, Facebook JS SDK, Watson, an African American from suburban White Plains who in his own words did not grow up watching the news, said at the time he knew nothing at all about the Jewish state that quickly changed, and Watson stayed in Israel for more than 15 years, playing for several teams. He also married an Israeli woman, became an Israeli citizen, and converted to Judaism as David A. Goldstein details in his recent book Aliyah to Aliyah, African American Hoop Sterlings in the Holy Land. Watson is far from the only black basketball player to do these things since the 1976 arrival of Alcy Perry, a 6'10" native of Newark, New Jersey, who led Maccabi Tel Aviv to 2 unexpected EuroLeague championships. More than 800 African American players have competed in the Israeli Premier League, which formed in 1954 and is composed of the country's 12 best teams. After researching the history of the league and interviewing dozens of former and current players over the span of 10 years, Goldstein found that most of them professed a deep, genuine love for Israel, despite having grown up without a connection to the country. 40-something converted in the 70s and 80s. Tens of players got citizenship, Goldstein told JTA. Hundreds are now kind of advocates or ambassadors for Israel in the US or internationally. In the book, Goldstein explores how the black players adapted to Israel, why they formed an attachment to the Jewish state, and how they impacted Israeli sport and society. Prior to 1976, the use of foreign players was discouraged by a league rule dictating that only one non-Israeli could play at a time for an Israeli team, and only in games held on European soil. But Perry's success ushered in the first of many rule changes. The lone foreign player could now play in games held in Israel, too. Over the decades, the league continued to adjust the rules, allowing teams to stack foreign players on their rosters. As Goldstein completed his decade of research, the so-called Russian rule, named for the country where it originated, was the operating standard. Teams could sign as many foreign players as they wanted, but 2 Israeli citizens must be on the court at all times. The teams tried to exploit the rule in the 70s and 80s, rushing foreign players through hasty conversions to Judaism in order to quickly turn them into citizens. But along the way, as Goldstein was surprised to discover, an unexpected number went through legitimate and meaningful Orthodox conversions.